Hello and welcome back to the U Up Podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Fried. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. How are you?
So much to discuss.
We have a lot to discuss.
How was your Thanksgiving? Your favorite holiday of the year?
It's my favorite holiday. I got to thank everyone who came to the Dania Beach shows. Great show. Like, it's hard because it's my parents came to like 3 out of 5 shows.
Wow.
And they drove me to the show. So imagine like you're trying to get in the zone and it's like my mom
really
in the back.
Love you. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I don't know
shows.
why.
I mean, I love your set, but I don't need to watch it 3 times in a row.
No. And I don't need to. I get annoyed with myself. I want to switch up the material. That's the problem with your parents being there. Is like my parents like. They
love you too much.
Right. It's too much love, and it's also like they don't have any filter. Like. Mm-hmm. And they think they're when I'm on stage, I know what goes well. I know what doesn't go well.
Right. You don't need the whole chorus.
I don't. Yeah. Right. I don't need someone to go. Well, that joke. I would switch. I have a line in the show about. I say my mom's done taking a shit. I say she took a shit, and it's to switch it up from something I do earlier in the show. And my dad's like, I wouldn't. That's crude. I wouldn't do it. And I'm like. Listen, if you didn't like it, that's okay. Like I'm
maybe he doesn't like it because he's married to your mom.
Fair.
He's the only one in the crowd.
I think my mom doesn't like it, and he's reporting.
Okay.
And I agree. It is crude. It's stupid. It means nothing to me. But now he's put this like emotion behind it.
You want it to be your idea if you're gonna get rid of it.
Yeah, it's a little of that. And it's also like when you have your family at a stand-up show. In the beginning, they're like up front looking at you. Right. They don't notice. Get in the back. Get out of here. Like this, I don't need to look at you.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of, this is a performance.
Okay.
The problem also is I can't really break the show. It feels like a TV taping because it's like if I went into the crowd and I was like, "Where are you from?" I know my dad would be like, "Enough with the crowd." Right. And it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to breathe a little, have fun.
Performance anxiety.
What's that?
It's giving you performance anxiety.
A little bit. So I don't think I was tight. I think I had a good time, but it's just like, it becomes an added pressure. And then they're friends there. Like, I want to do well.
Right. People are the toughest to perform around.
The tough. You're not tough, but I think we have like
I'm right.
an understand.
I'm
like
not
I can
taking
trust
notes
you.
in the back being like, here's my unsolicited notes. But
if you gave me notes, I would go, these are coming from the right place.
I would never give notes to anyone who didn't ask for them. And I guess that's the difference between family and friends.
Right. Well, my brother sits in the back and takes notes.
Okay.
And I appreciate it. I actually love it because
okay, so go on. Sorry.
What's that?
No, go on.
No, but but his notes are thoughtful. It's like, I liked what you did here. This, I don't know what you're doing here. It's like a little bit, but he's a coach,
right.
That's what his background.
By profession. Yeah.
Literally, so it was fun. I mean, Florida, it's just, you're on the whole week when you're in Boca. Like, it is improv all the time.
We need to talk about the turkey trot. Because I was watching that. You did the turkey trot with your family. I was watching that. I was like, you were the person who makes fun of the turkey trot family. I was like, what is going on? Were you blindfolded and dragged to the turkey trot? They told you it was like brunch. I don't.
Everything I make fun of is because I know the person I'm making fun of. And I think I am proud of that quality. I haven't always done that, but I kind of like my stand-up. I want to
there's a little bit of you wish you could be that person in everything you make fun of.
Of course. Okay. And also I would give shit to myself. So my mom calls me and she's like, we got to do the turkey trot. Okay. And I go, and I hang up with it. I go,
It just seems so wholesome.
It is wholesome, but they're living in Mayberry. Like it's
right.
They're in a gated community. It is
they're
unreal.
Drinking the Kool-Aid. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
They're in on everything.
Okay. So you're in a 5K Thanksgiving Day family.
I am officially in that. Well, let me, because here's why. So I made a video being like, if, this week is the week that people find out if they're dating a 5K family or a turkey trot family or a matching pajamas family. And I got off the phone with my mom. She's like, do you want to do the turkey trot? I was like, whatever you want to do, like whatever. And I got off the phone with her and I was like thinking to myself, I was like, this is why I made the joke is like, man, if this wasn't my mom, I would get rid of this person. Like, like the idea
if anyone else said this, right? If you were dating someone and they were like, okay, for Thanksgiving, like we're going to do the turkey trot, you would be like, fuck off.
I would be like, who am I dating? Right. They don't know me.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's why I was so shocked.
So then I guess my mom, her friends sponsored her to be in it, and you know,
No, it's for charity.
it was a charity,
Can't
a
make
charitable. Yeah, right. Who fucking so.
So just put a charity behind anything, and it saves itself.
Absolutely, it gives you the excuse.
Right.
And so my mom's like, okay, 8 a.m. turkey trot, and they have an oval in the middle of their community. Thanksgiving morning.
Okay.
We woke up and the shirts, and we just walked, and there were people. Your friend did the turkey trot.
My friend Chelsea, if you're listening.
Yeah,
hello.
Chelsea fucking made us all look bad. She's sprinting the turkey trot. She got done, lapped us, and then came back the other way and walked with her family. And that's the person, because we walked. Okay. We walked. It was a 2-mile walk.
Right.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's a nice day. It's beautiful. I got the shirt on. My mom's like the mascot of this fucking place. She goes up to people that she does. I've never seen someone go up to some people that she has no idea what their name is.
Okay.
Walks right up to them. Hi!
Really?
And
Did
then
she take pictures? Your mom's big in the pictures.
She loves pictures of everything.
Does she post them on Facebook?
She does it. She's big on Facebook. She's like your. You need to friend her on Facebook. She will applaud everything you do.
Does she put up a lot of pictures of you on Facebook?
Every now and again. She does this annoying thing. This is like horrific. If anyone has body issues, stop listening. She'll send me old pictures of me going, "You looked good then."
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh,
she's like Facebooked memories.
Oh yeah. Living, breathing, right, yeah.
We found a picture of you from 5 years ago.
Right. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And I'm hungover on.
Parents love to do that. They'll just send you a random picture that shows up. Like, when your phone sends you those things, they'll just like pass them along instead of absorbing them and letting them make them feel bad like normal people.
Right. They have to make everyone feel like shit. It was a great Thanksgiving.
My dad does that all the time. And then one of my sisters is inevitably like, I hate this picture. Can you stop sharing these pictures? I look terrible in this picture.
And I always imagine it's like your dad or my mom sitting in a dark room with by candlelight looking at these old pictures, tears streaming down their face. And you're like, bring your sad shit elsewhere. I don't need this.
Exactly. Yeah.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was I would say standard.
Well, you had your sister staying with you.
I had my sister staying with me. We don't actually do Thanksgiving together.
Oh, you go your separate ways.
Yes.
You go to the dad's.
We've never done Thanksgiving together. My mom has always, that has been the day of like disperse to your father's.
Interesting. I like your mom's style. It's funny. She's like, this is the day a mom might be expected to do the most work. She's like, go to the other moms.
Yeah. That's the one day. My mom is like, she's quite like vindictive against ex-husbands. I would say like doesn't have a good relationship with any of them, but she has always been, maybe it's because she doesn't really like food or like eating. Like she does the worst hosting. So she's kind of like, and she likes to say she has the Jewish holidays.
That's so fun. It's strategic. It's not. This isn't by accident.
Oh no, and it's not in any way for us.
Like, no, this is for her.
Right, yeah.
She wants to go to Houston's and sit at the bar with a martini and go, thank fucking God I don't have to cook or deal with my kids today.
Exactly. They're all off at their fathers.
What's she thankful for? Not being with her family.
Pretty much.
Good for her.
Not having to do any work to be with her.
Right.
She's not good at, like, there's a thing I always tell I think I've talked about this on here before. Whenever Mike comes to my house for usually, again, it's the Jewish holidays that she hosts. Whenever he comes over, he always eats before. Because there's no food.
Nothing.
It's like an afterthought. She's like,
terrific.
and I made some edamame.
What?
It's like there's 14 people here. No one has a seat. Like,
no, oh my God.
It's like literally the worst. This is why I'm not that good of a host, because I just never had it modeled for me.
This is why you didn't post about Israel. Keep that in. Fuck those people.
They'll come for us, but you know what?
Right.
No, it's the season.
If the Jewish holidays were better. No.
Yeah, but okay. And back to you.
Back to me.
Back to you. How did this Knicks thing come? I saw it last night perusing in, so all of a sudden you're on the
Jordana,
you're a celebrity.
I am a celebrity.
What does it say? Like celebrity spotting?
Celebrity row. I was on the celebrity.
How did you make it here?
That's how you know you're not a celebrity. How did you?
No, okay. The way you would know you're not a celebrity.
It's like telling people you're a model. You're a model?
The way way you would know you're not a celebrity was if the camera went to you and you were just trying to hide,
Right?
or like be super casual and not posting it. That's how I know you're not a real celebrity. No, you are a celebrity.
Right? No, I posted it everywhere. Let it be known, Netflix's Jared Fried.
That's what I'm saying. You're the level of celebrity that would see it and be very excited about it.
I kind of like where I stand. Like, I kind of like that, like, because I got texts from like friends that are like, I'm at the game too.
Oh my God, it's like kind of what we talked about on the subscription episode about the best part of being on this show and people recognize. This is like, imagine being at the game, especially someone you don't like is at the game.
Oh my God.
You're on the screen.
An ex.
That's
like,
the dream.
They stand up in their section. They're like, he sucks at sex. Like, so I have a friend, Adam Glenn. He's a comedian, and he also does. I don't know what he does. I guess I would call him.
So he's not a celebrity.
He's a lesser known comedian than I. He's in with all the marketing people at MSG and he was like, look, and they do these things where they want people with a following. They want people to be at the games.
Right.
And there's the Knicks Celtics, which is a game everyone wants to go to. And then there's Knicks Hornets, which is what I get, where they're like, we got to get someone. So he was like, just let me know if you want to go. We'll go together. I was like, I'm a sports fan. I love sports. I love going to a game. I love a basketball game. I used to go to Celtics games my whole life. So
Madison Square Garden is just the easiest thing to go to.
We talked about convenient. That. It is if you live in Manhattan, it is Manhattan's only team. Like the Yankees are in the Bronx. It's a different thing. It's like if I always think if the Knicks got good,
here's my issue with sports. I don't really like sports at all. Mm-hmm. But if I'm gonna go to any game, it's gonna be at Madison Square Garden. It's just so easy. Everything. I'm not like fucking switching on a train to get to 6 subways to get to a stadium.
I couldn't agree more. New York going to a Knicks game, it just shows you the width of types of people who like the Knicks and like basketball or live in New York. Like, it's just so cool.
Yeah.
And it's Madison Square Garden. So he has this in, and and going to a Knicks game is just fun in general. So they take us in a side, so they set it up. And the thing is, if they see you if you're in Celebrity Row, you're a celebrity.
Okay. There's a special section.
Special door.
Oh, wow.
Walk in, they make him go through security, not me.
Okay. Do they clap for you?
That's the difference.
Do they give you the same ovation like they do in the Betches office?
Yeah. No. They go, oh my God, thank you so much. We've been so excited to have you. They don't give a fuck that I'm there.
Right.
They say that's everybody. So they bring you up an elevator. You go into this back room. Food as far as the eye can see.
Good food?
Delicious. Lamb chops, big shrimp, jumbo.
And you can't buy these tickets. You have to be invited.
No. I didn't even have a ticket.
No
I
ticket.
never even had a ticket.
So elite that you don't have a ticket.
That's right.
You're the bride of the Knicks game.
That's me.
Okay. Yes.
Waving that ring around.
Right.
Victor Cruz was there. He used to play for the Giants. Bloomberg.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a guest list.
Nice.
Like, it is.
How's Bloomberg these days?
He seemed well.
Miss him.
I had we talked a little. Kelly Ben Simone.
Okay. Kelly Benson. Okay.
So
did she get highlighted on the celebrity screen too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So they come up to me and they're very nice. And maybe, it's when it's young women, like I'm like, oh, they might know.
Right.
So a young woman comes over, she's like, so pumped you're here. Like, we're gonna put you on the screen in the third quarter. I was like, no fucking way.
Okay.
So they're like, you're the second time out of the third quarter. So now I'm in my head, I'm like, what am I gonna do? I gotta do.
Now you just stay till the third quarter. I'm just.
Hey, I gotta get going. Sorry.
I'm just thinking of myself as the
right.
I would love to go. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
If you want to get on the big screen, Jordana. So they're like, we're gonna play a clip of your special, and I'm like, what clip did you choose? And she's like, I think it's funny. And I'm like, well, I hope.
You must too.
I think everything I do is funny, but I'm like, listen, it's going up in front of the stadium and I have to listen to people's reaction to it.
Okay.
But it was very short. So it was cool because, they go, so then I'm like, what am I going to do? I was like, okay, I'll chug a beer.
Okay.
And then I text my brother and his fiance. I go, hey, what do you think if they're going to put me on the big screen? Should I chug a beer? My brother writes back. He goes, I don't think it's your brand. What the fuck are you talking about? A little positivity here. And
What is your brand?
I don't know.
Just fart when they have to expand you. They won't know.
I guess that is my brand.
They won't know.
If the first thing you think of is to fart,
I mean,
then that's my brand. Big old fart fuck.
I'm just deferring to your wake up routine that I still in my
got a
brain.
lot of good feedback. So we go. So I have one beer at the game.
Okay.
And in the first half, and then we go halftime. We go backstage or back to the room again.
Okay. To the green room.
To the green room.
As you call
the
it.
buffet, and then I get another beer in that room, and I take a chug. And I pour out till it's like a third left. So I'm like, okay, this gives. And then I tell Adam, I'm like, hey, you chug your beer, leave it to the third left. So then they play the clip. So it's like Netflix, Jared Freed. You can barely even hear it, you know, like, and it's like, and then they go right, and then the camera's like where you're sitting, the camera's right on me.
Oh wow!
So
like
then
in front of your face. Okay.
Like 10 inches from me. So then I stand up and I like go to get the crowd up. I get on one knee and I chug the beer. And then I get done with the first one. I go back, I grab his, and then I chug the second beer. And then the guy who started Kith is next to us. I grab his phone and I act like I'm chugging his phone.
Okay. Did he know you were going to grab his phone?
No.
Did he care?
he was laughing. He was
Funny
into
if
it.
you saw something interesting on it.
It was like, oh my God, they're selling for billions. You know, like so then I go and I sit in the chair again, and it goes by, and this guy behind me, he goes, "You're a comedian?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "My daughter's a comedian too." I'm like,
Oh,
"Can I
no.
have a fucking moment?"
Why isn't she up there?
Right. Right. They didn't put her up there.
I mean, in celebrity section, anyone you meet
You know-
might be helpful.
Right. So I go, "Oh, really? What's her name?" He goes, "Oh, she does open mics." I was like, "Oh, yeah, same thing." So
Respect the special.
Right. So then I start getting texts from people that were there. They're like, people at home, because they show it at like
Right.
the local broadcast
In New York?
in New York. Like my
Oh.
friend in Westchester, they were like, "We just saw you
Oh, wow.
chugging a beer on TV, you idiot."
Very cool.
Right. I'm like an idiot.
And it says
they're like,
celebrity.
"Why didn't you fart?"
That's your thing.
Yeah. Isn't that what you do?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really a blast. And it was like
It looked fun.
so much fun. And I bet on the game. So like, I'm now a Knicks fan too. You know, like when
they win?
I'm a big, you know,
They win?
They won, and I
Nice.
won my bet. Yeah.
Nice.
So it was great. And then you walk out again, like you said, like you're in Manhattan. You walk out of MSG. You're just, you're
Yeah.
home. It's the
So
best.
easy. Yeah.
So easy. Thank you, Knicks, for having me.
Because that is the most annoying thing about
Getting home.
You leave and you're just like, now I have to fucking get out of here.
My whole childhood is
find
my
an
dad
Uber.
running with us through parking lots to get to the car before traffic.
Before, like at the end, you have to leave at the perfect time, so it's
Right.
before everyone else.
Before
Yeah.
everyone else, so you can get home before the game even ends, so you can watch the end on TV.
Yeah, right.
That was always the goal of my dad.
MSG. You don't have to do that,
No, it was a great night. I don't know.
and you got your special exits. You especially didn't need to do that.
Oh, I would pay double for that entrance and exit. Like
Yeah.
I mean, people would. It's TSA pre.
That's
you know,
true.
that-
You like any kind of special entrance exit
It's
situation.
the only reason to do this show is to get treated differently than others and better.
Exactly. That's our mission.
That's our
Unless
mi-
you guys
right.
haven't seen our formal mission.
So support the sponsors. So
Knicks is not a sponsor.
not a sponsor. I'm on the road. I would love people to come to shows.
Yeah. How can they see you?
If they
Near in the end of the year.
we are. So I'm doing shows. What's the fucking date? The 6th? Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Candace's hometown.
Nice.
Phoenix,
Are you gonna-
Arizona.
I guess you're not going to be there.
No. Okay, she's not gonna be there.
She's like, I live here now. In case you didn't notice.
There's a New York show too. Albany, San Diego, Madison, Wisconsin, New York, February 17th. How many tickets do you need? Because we're selling out.
For New York?
We got to make sure if you need your standard
Okay.
50 tickets,
I'll take 4.
4.
Is that
okay?
okay? Is
Yeah.
that normal?
Text me.
Okay.
Boston.
You're like, we'll see.
Toronto.
One day I'll pay for them.
One day.
One day.
Chicago, Minneapolis, Royal Oak, Denver, San Francisco, just out of the calendar. Nashville, Tennessee.
Ooh.
Also going to Hamptons.
Wow.
I'm doing a show in the Hamptons
Getting
July
fancy.
4th weekend. That's what
Oh,
happens.
wow. That is the most nuts time to be in
I know.
Hamptons.
Well,
It's going to be great.
I got to.
Where are you staying?
this is all just came together today.
Right.
Now
Where are you performing?
Where?
Sorry, a lot of questions.
West Hampton Beach.
Okay.
It is at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. That's so Hamptons.
Yes, it has
Performing
to have it.
Arts
It
Center.
Sounds elite.
It's elite.
Not Magoobies in the
No.
Hamptons.
Yeah, tickets ain't cheap.
Yeah, you got to find somewhere to stay. It probably costs you like $2,000 for a shitty motel.
Oh,
Book it now.
Book it now. Yeah, I got to book it now. Yeah, I hope I make some dough that weekend. So come on out, plan it around. Also, I got a brief announcement. I don't talk about the other things I do much. I talk about the shows. 20 minutes in.
Have you not referenced the special?
There's a special.
Okay.
Netflix special. Betches co-produced.
I hear there's something new going on with your show with J Train.
The J Train podcast, which I started over a decade ago. Okay.
Yes, the OG in podcasting.
Ish.
Yeah.
It's been around. It's like being on a diet, and someone goes, "You're on a diet." It's a little embarrassing because the J Train.
Who would ever say you're on a diet?
Well, I don't know.
You would only say that to someone who is extremely thin. I
guess
you're on it. Like that's the only reason you would say that.
I guess it's like eating diet food in front of people, and they go, "Do you do that all the time?" And then like you don't feel great. Like I've had that where I'll be like trying to eat structured, and they're like, "What do you do this every day?" Like I don't know. I've had a podcast for a long time, and
all to say.
All to say that I want it to be as it's not as listened to as this one.
Okay.
So I want it to be, and there's a feeling that I'm doubling up.
Nothing either of us do is as popular as this thing we've got here.
The millions and millions of you that listen, I want. So I felt J Train was getting stale.
Okay.
So I'm creating
10 years.
Right. Taking
like
emails,
your marriage,
giving advice.
gotta spice up the marriage.
We gotta do a little bit of anus play.
Okay.
With this podcast.
That's the 10-year anniversary.
That's the 10-year anniversary. We're going to, a little role reversal here.
So what are you doing?
I'm turning it into a studio show. I'm getting a studio. I want to invite you and Sammy and Aileen to come on. I'm going to have consistent co-hosts.
Fun.
So it's going to be like, same pack.
Like The View.
Like The View. The View for idiots. Okay. That's what I'm trying to create. Because we were, I was sitting here, I got inspired. Jorge, we were doing the whiteboard game.
Yeah.
I like games and I like stupidity.
Yeah.
Here we get serious. We talk about dating, but in a fun way. I'm doing that ish on J Train, so I was like, we're doubling up. I'm over exaggerating.
You want it to be fresh.
I want it fresh. I want The View for idiots. So
I'm gonna be a real luxury lounge on The View for idiots.
There's a luxury lounge. We're gonna, but not like we're gonna take complaints. January 1st is the first day of the new J Train podcast, and we haven't even taped the first episode. But I'm already I'm doing pre-production shit. It's.
Where's the studio?
I think right around here.
Okay.
Maybe up the street from here. But it's we're gonna do. It's gonna be like I was like just thinking. I was like I want a place, brain on the shelf.
Not your apartment.
True stupidity. Yeah, I was taping in my apartment. And this is also live I was. I was dating, and I kept getting to a point in dating. The tarot card episode made me think.
It's out now, yeah.
It's out, and I'm dating, and I'm like, I don't even have the structure here to get serious with someone
because of the way your apartment is.
My apartment is a metaphor for everything. I'm J Train. I was taping 4 times a week. Mm-hmm. Here and there, as far as Patreon and Luxury Lounge and J Train.
I understand the urge to do that, though, to be in your apartment, especially because you're on the road all the time and you're probably paying all this rent. Should use the space.
I need something to do here. Yeah. Well, it also was to make it easier, and also it was a half-assed effort at making a great show. And I think
people love your show.
I know people like it, but I want it to be I think there's a place in the podcasting world for stupidity and laughter in a way that people are like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Right.
And so we want to go through stories from the week. It's going to be wacky. It's going to be games. A lot of games.
Love games.
Love a game. Consistent co-hosts. And it's going to be very different from this show. So that's why I'm bringing it up here. I'm I want people add J Train to their catalog. I'm putting up the month of December. I'm doing best ofs. I'm adding on the front of each episode a little explanation of what they are and how. I was listening to an episode from 2016. it felt like yesterday and 17 years ago at the same time.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I love that. It's going to be fresh.
It's going to be fresh.
And
I'm
where
excited.
can they watch? Is it only visual? It's like has to be
No,
YouTube?
it's going to be podcast and YouTube, but the YouTube's going to be like
the place to see it.
Yeah, you're going to want to watch it. YouTube.com/Jared Freed, the J Train podcast, anywhere you get podcasts. Sign up now because January 1st, I'm just preparing people.
Okay.
January 1st is the first day
Monday.
from the studio, but I'm going to have you guys on. I want you to come on as a co-host.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Awesome.
I'm excited. This is the first time hearing about my role, but it's my live reaction.
Part of the podcast is me trapping people into coming on.
Just by asking them to do it on air. No, I'm excited.
Exactly. Anything going on for you? I'm sorry. I've been long-winded. I'm hungover.
No,
I mean,
this is great. I think we got a lot covered. As you know, baby steps, oversharing. Check it out.
Oversharing. Here's the thing. I know it's a hit because we're getting a lot. Today's Spotify Rap Day.
Today is when the Spotify marketing team really cashes in. This is the best marketing idea I've ever seen.
Smartest thing they've ever
in my
done.
entire life.
Right.
They do it every year, and then it's just it's amazing. It's like an ego kick after ego kick when you see people posting their.
I feel like weird because it's something we didn't even ask for.
Right.
You know, people post about it, and it's like, thank you. That's all we can say.
Right, because when people what you listen to feels like a statement about who you are. That's why it's such a good marketing tool, because people want to share who they want you to think they are.
Team you up. Team oversharing. And if they're a part of my brand, Team Fart. That's who you've aligned yourself with.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's great. So if you've tagged us, thank you so much. If you're listening to the show, if it's in your, if it's your number one show, that's a huge honor.
What a compliment.
Yeah.
Truly. It's like you said, if it's gone from the buffet, people must have liked it.
Exactly. And I mean, if it's if we're number 4 or below, fuck you. I'm just kidding. No, that's
I look at all those other podcasts.
You look I
look at them to see who we're grouped with.
Human nature. You also look at the ones that people listen to more than you. It's like, why are you listening to that one? I'm just kidding.
The fuck are you doing? Asshole. Just get angry.
But I was looking at because Spotify sent us like as a in the Spotify network like stats about our own show, and apparently our newest listeners came from Australia.
Really?
Yeah. Got a
lot because of your trip to Australia. Does that
maybe
help
Rebel
it?
Wilson?
Rebel
could be Rebel. I was thinking
our friend Rebel Wilson, good friend. Us celebs hang out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And another top episode, our top episode of the year was about why our situation break up so hard. I saw that, according to Spotify.
Listen, it's because, again, like a good joke from truth.
Yes.
Sid, I've been in there. I'm
Exactly. And our most shared episode, Jay Shetty.
Jay Shetty.
Thanks, Jay Shetty.
The numbers king.
Yes.
I don't get it. I don't. That guy, out of nowhere. I'm not trying to be mean. He's been nothing but nice. And he's like on his own Instagram. He's like messaged with me.
Yeah,
he posted about the special. He's a great guy. Is he like a saint? Like I just don't. Here's what I don't understand about Jay. It's like how he got so big so quickly.
He's just got
Everyone
that. He's got
knows
that
him.
thing.
He does have that
it
thing.
factor, as they call it in the biz.
And you get lost in his eyes. He has amazing eyes.
Yeah, amazing eyes.
And an amazing podcaster.
And a charm.
And
it's like he's got like whatever the secret mix sauce of all the things is.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But I mean,
I guess I do get it.
His magic has worked on us. That episode was extremely shared. So.
Loved it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay. Well.
I'm sweating. Oy.
I was cold before, and 20 minutes into this episode, it gets hot.
Heated it up. Let's do the show.
Let's do it. Okay.
What are we talking about today?
All right. Let's talk about.
Let's jump right in.
Let's jump right in. Let's talk about. This first email. Love it because it's about ski share house season. Welcome to ski share house season.
That's the most
very specific
you up podcast thing I've ever heard. Oh, is it ski share house season again?
It's time to meet someone to hook up with on your ski share house.
Listen, if you can't relate to that, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know. It's a good way to meet people.
Do you like to ski?
I do.
Yeah.
I learned late in life. I think I learned.
You ski? Like I've never
I've
heard
skied.
You. Okay.
Like I don't ski.
Right.
You know, I don't summer. I've been on vacation.
Okay. You ski?
I say, do you ski?
Do you après?
I'm a one run at the bar guy.
I totally agree. I do I think one day and the rest fuck around.
Absolutely.
Is like my ideal situation. I'm also like not very good at skiing. So I'll ski. I can get down the mountain.
Yeah.
Like I can get down pretty much any mountain.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But not in an attractive way.
Right. Right.
But I'll make it to the bottom.
You go down the ugly trails.
I have the worst form you've ever seen, but it gets me down. Whatever I'm doing has gotten me to the bottom.
I'm with you. I know exactly. Yeah, like I'm not gonna when someone's like, "Oh, fresh pow pow on the bowls." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" I want to go down like it's a roller coaster, and then go, drink and have fun.
I'm over the black
Diamond.
trail, black diamond, all that shit. I'm like, I don't want, if I'm gonna die, I don't want it to be this way.
Right? No.
It's just not worth it.
No, I agree. The best bachelor party I ever went on. One of the best. I think the best. My buddy Adams. It was the first one we went on. Maybe that's why I think it's the best. We went to what are some ski towns?
Aspen.
No.
Vale. Okay.
The Red Lion. Is that a bar in Vale?
Yeah. That's the bar in Vale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I can remember the bar over the town.
Well, that says something about the trip, yeah.
Farts freed again.
Yeah, and I say it's the bar. Like I've been there once. I don't know.
No, it is
about
the.
anything, but
people tell you they.
Yeah, people. That's what people told me. I'm not like a regular.
The bar.
Right. Everyone, because again, I have skied. I don't ski, so I can't really say that with any authority. Yes.
So no, it was a fantastic bachelor party. Just because it was good numbers. I think it was 8 of us, 10 of us maybe.
Right.
And then you go to Vale and it's it's cold. You can be hungover in the cold. I don't want to be hungover in the heat.
Yeah, you don't have to be I sometimes when you go on these big trips, there's a body pressure and there's none of that on the ski trips. That's nice.
Layers sent from the heavens.
Yes.
Yes. Much totally like me today. I ate Thai at 3 in the morning and now I feel good. I got a sweatshirt on.
Delicious.
Yes.
That ski thing, what you said, I ski, I don't, I've skied, I don't ski. It reminds me, when you're at the doctor's office and you're filling out a thing and it's do you have you ever smoked pot or something? And it's well, I have. I don't.
I'm cool.
Have you ever done drugs? I have, but I don't do. Or
right.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna do a line off of the chair here.
Right. There should be an option for have done, but I don't do.
Yeah, I've fucked, but I don't fuck.
Right. Be sexually active. I've been sexually active.
I get blown.
That should be a box.
It's a box. I get blown. From time to time.
Yeah, do whatever tests you need to do for that one.
Thankfully.
Anyway, ski house season is upon us.
Yeah,
sounds so pretentious even as I say it, but
this could be any get-together. That's the thing. It's get-together season. We made the promise. I'm not dating until the new year.
No dates.
No dates.
Okay.
Well, we were going to take emails. Do we want...
Oh, yeah, let's do this. Should we announce? Okay.
Let's announce. I think it'll be fun. I'll go on one date, and we'll choose it from anyone who emails the show, right? Is that what we're going to do?
Win a date with Jared Freed.
That's right.
That's the prize, just for the record.
I'm very single right now.
You've made fun of people for saying that before in emails. So describe what the difference between single and very single is.
Single is maybe you're 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 dates in with someone.
Okay.
Very single is you have not one first date. You're ground zero.
Okay.
Not one first date has been had.
Okay. There's no one who would say they're seeing you.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Said it twice. That's how you know.
So if you're listening and you think
that came out of me like a cough.
If you're listening and you think you're seeing Jared, you're not.
Yeah. Consider yourself dumped. No, it's
just save that soundbite for anyone you might want to break up with in the future.
I looked into the camera when I said it.
I got a voice note from this guy I went on a couple dates with. Consider yourself dumped.
Listen, let's
yeah.
Make that a GIF. Consider yourself dumped.
Love it.
There it is.
Okay.
Cue it up, Betches team.
Soundbite. Love it. Okay. So yeah, our new thing is Jared, because he is extremely single, as single gets.
I'm alone. I'm a loser. I'm on my podcast
Totally
begging.
solo, absolutely with no one. Because of that, you have agreed to go out with a listener.
One listener.
We're
gonna read 4 emails.
Oh, it's gonna be like Love Is Blind-ish.
Yes.
So you guys can submit. We're not even asking for pictures.
No pictures. Nuh-uh.
No pictures.
Just write the email.
And write the email about why you think you're a good match for Jared.
Right.
Don't make it extremely long because we have limited bandwidth.
Right.
And we will pick from. Should we do a round 1, round 2? Let's start off with a general email why you think you're a good match for Jared. And then if we, depending on how many good ones we get from that, maybe we'll do a round 2 to narrow it down.
Does this make me sound bad?
No, because
I'm willing to hear notes on myself now.
What
I'm
that
asking for
you're
them.
here's the thing. If I didn't constantly get DMs of people asking to set them up with you, I do think maybe that would be like, oh, win a date with me. But like, we actually do get a lot. I mean, Candace, I'm sure you've seen, we get a lot of emails, people who think they're a good match for Jared, who want to be set up with you. So I think you're responding to the demand. This isn't like your idea out of nowhere.
It isn't out of nowhere, but it's kind of out of nowhere. I did come in here like I'm hungover. I'm like, I've tried everything else, but I'm also like, I think it would be fun to hear people's emails read out loud.
Yes.
Of why they think they would be a good match.
And this is a great submission to do after you've listened to our Sunday special from last Sunday about what Jared should be looking for according to the Mystic.
I've been thinking of the Mystic for literally like since that episode.
Yeah.
We taped that. I'm like,
sticks with you.
She's good.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, if you listen to our episode with Kelly.
Yeah, I put a second crystal up my ass because of that.
I have one on my nightstand. I have 2 on my nightstand. Sorry,
right,
we're
let's
37 minutes in. Let's jump right in. Okay.
Let's jump right in.
All right. UUP@betches.com to submit your application to go out with Jared.
Yes,
okay.
please.
You'll be on the wait list. Okay.
Is this the jump the shark moment for this podcast?
We'll find out.
Well, I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Okay. J&J, you guys never fail to provide the laughs and the insights. I wanted to get your thoughts on a very currently hypothetical future situation. Here's the deal. My sister organized a ski house in the mountains for a month in the state we live in with 18 people. Wow.
18? They got to be 26.
Is this Winter House on Bravo?
Absolutely.
I plan to spend every Thursday to Monday there.
Thursday to does she work?
She must work from home on
Good
Fridays.
for her. I love this. This has got to be SF.
You think?
My friend had a Tahoe house when he was in San Francisco, and it feels very.
It's like a couple hours.
Yeah. But this is something like I genuinely envied about living in that area of the country.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Because this isn't New Yorky at all.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard of anyone doing a weekend ski house for a month.
No, I love it.
Because you'd have to go to like Vermont, which is like 5 hours away.
You could take the train, yeah, and getting out of the city, like we it's MSG. You know, the reason we love MSG is that you're in the city. You don't have to getting out of the city is a trip in itself.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Anyway, so the house is mainly composed of couples, about 6 couples, and then 2 single girls, myself included, and 3 single guys.
Okay.
Ooh, of course, us single girls are fantasizing about some sort of ski house fling or romance with some of these single guys.
I love it.
I get it.
I get it.
I recently met one of the single guys at my sister's house, and he is very hot. We were kind of making eyes at one another the whole day, but didn't talk directly much besides me telling him I'd be in the ski house with him. My sister did comment that she noticed him staring at me a bit.
A sister always knows.
Ish. Here's the only catch. Apparently, the other little sister of one of their friends has matched with this dude on Hinge in the last few months, and the friend group is scheming to set them up.
Uh-oh.
She won't be in the ski house, so obviously my hope is that I can suss him out and make some moves during that time. But this other sister thing is throwing me off. Is it worth even fantasizing about the situation, or should I just let it go out of my mind and let the two of them feel each other out? I know this is all very hypothetical at this stage, so not too much practical information to go on, but I'm curious what your thoughts are. Thanks, wannabe ski bunny.
Well, like usual, the problem, women. No,
I didn't say that.
It is funny to me. It is funny to me that this is something that like ruined the fantasy for her.
Right.
You know
that's
what I mean?
What it is. She's like emotionally masturbated this whole thing up.
Right.
Before it sounds like they didn't even speak to each other. She was like, "That was me too." She's created like, and
ditto.
I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm above this because I've done this too, where it's like you create an entire dramatic. Because I mean, here's the thing. I love drama. And I think that a lot of other women do. It's like our sports. Like that's why we love Housewives and Scandival and all that shit. We love drama. And so like this woman loves drama so much that she's concocted like a dramatic thing out of literally a conversation. It's impressive. And
a third suitor, like like a second suitor. Like, yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's why I joked that this is a very female thing to me. Right. Because the idea that like a woman matching with another guy, me finding out that a woman matched with another guy that I kind of tangentially know would ruin me being able to like
talk to them
in the ski house or like
you
it's
wouldn't
like
even
a
be thinking
non-fact.
about it
Never,
unless it was right in front of your face.
They matched on Hinge.
Yeah.
I've matched with a fucking paper bag on Hinge.
How many people do you think you've matched with on Hinge lifetime?
Sad to think.
A lot.
A lot of people.
Right.
And matched with people of all levels of attraction and thought that went into it.
Right.
There's been the masturbatory thought of like, wow, I really think I could connect with this person that I matched on Hinge with. Or there's the, I'd fuck.
Right.
So like the idea that, and again, it plays into this masturbatory thing,
but I think that's
the
an
dream.
Issue. But I think for her, that's an issue for her. Forget like this guy. I think this is like if we could point to the real issue in dating here is I think that it's that she's doing just that. She's going into the ski house with this vision, with this expectation of like, I'm gonna find a boyfriend. I'm gonna like. There's gonna be there's 3 single guys. There's 2 single girls. Like I'm going in with this like sort of plan to like nab
and my
one.
sister said he was staring at me, and it does play into it. And I find this in my own life. I can tell there is a thing of like, and you see it on Bachelor in Paradise. Like all the women talk about being chosen that he pursued, and like that's a real power for men is that if you pursue, that is attractive.
Oh yeah.
And
being chosen is attractive. Or at least societally, that's sort of what you want to be like the prize.
Right. And with a lot of times, and what she's trying to do is create the pursuit. She's like trying to like, she's creating the story, which might be true. Maybe he was staring at you. Maybe he does feel an attraction to you. All these things can be true.
Sure.
But she's almost like, I think back to what you said, like the issue is like, if it doesn't go this way, will you be left disappointed?
Right.
Will you not give it a chance? Will you, not really, if he walks in the house and he's like, hey, and then starts talking to someone else, you're gonna be like, this fucking piece of shit. Yeah. Are you,
Totally. She has all these expectations. She hasn't even gone to this house yet. She's all these expectations about what it's gonna be like. And to me, the best way to have fun and actually be the best version of yourself to actually attract this partner is to have no expectations and just go in having your don't make your expectations based on how someone else is going to feel about you on this trip. Make your expectations of like, I'm going to go have a great time with my friends, go skiing, drink, do the party, whatever. Like make it the expectations, things that you can control, not like how someone else feels about you on this trip.
Right. It's so tough because I know like easy to say, harder to do, like everything we deal with on this show. Like I'm trying to think like what would be a strategy? First of all, fuck this other woman. Like them matching on Hinge.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, that part of the I totally agree. Almost like completely irrelevant.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. You got teammates in the house. She said like the idea of like they're trying to fix them up. That all gets too much pressure.
Right.
That's actually fucking over this other sister of the other person.
I agree.
So what would be like a strategy that you would want knowing that like there's single guys? And listen, there's 3 single guys. Maybe there's a couple. Maybe you connect with the other ones. You don't know.
Yeah.
But what's like a kind of like, what do you think is a good way to suss this out, as she says?
This guy?
Yeah.
on this trip? I mean, I don't know. I feel like because they're in a house for a whole weekend, there doesn't even need to be a strategy. Like things will just happen. If there's a connection, like it'll be like apparent. Do you know what I mean? That's why I think the best way to go into this situation is like, I'm going to bring my games. Like we're going to have fun.
Right.
Like I'm just going to, if you go in with the expectation or like the hope of I'm going to meet someone, I think that's going to backfire. I think the best situations are when you have absolutely no expectations. I think if you go in and you're like, I'm going to be really positive. I'm going to be really fun. I'm just going to be like the best fun, most like cool version of myself. I think anything that happens will happen naturally.
I'm with you. That's why I propose this idea for them. Okay?
Let's hear it.
They have a weekend Olympics. Okay?
Games.
Love games because you can concentrate on the games and then the other thing falls into place. And you get to be when you're in a structured situation, you're your most fun. Again, to go back to the J Train podcast, reinventing itself January 1st, the games are where we have the fun. You know, like the games are where you are you. So I think 9 teams of 2. Okay? 9 teams of 2, and you have events. Everything's worth points. Who gets down the mountain first? Who, everything. We're going to do Pictionary. You have like 10 games
Weekend
over the
scavenger situation.
whatever it is. And whoever makes out, that's worth a point.
Yeah.
Like you give everything points.
Right. Give yourself a chance to have some semi-structured fun.
Right. So and then the email leading in is making the teams, deciding on the games. Like, I don't know, like I think
Make it flirty.
Make it flirty. I think, and if you put yourself with him on the team, hey, I randomly chose from a bucket all the teams. Here's the team. I guess we're matched.
Right, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think like, again, walking into this, what are we going to do? We're going to get drunk.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think if you walk in knowing, Friday night of week 1 is our first game of the weekend.
Love it. That's exciting too.
Right. It's fun. Like we have a walk-in, we have a, Flip Cup is the first game of the weekend, 2-on-2 tournament style. Now you're in.
Games bring everyone together.
We love a game.
Love a game.
What did you play? What's the game you played? That you played? The one we pumped on the show, Plug City.
Monikers?
No.
Wait. Oh.
What's the one you play with Mike?
Oh, Monopoly Deal.
There it is.
That's not an 18-person game, though.
Okay.
Code Names is good.
Seeing what games with Jordana is like.
I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
Candace, I'm gonna give you my full breakdown of the best games for groups. We're gonna post them on the U Up Instagram, and we'll you can check them out there.
Everyone needs to support the sponsors this episode. We're giving you gold here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Games? You didn't even.
I'm gonna give you specific games.
You're sitting here listening, going, "What fucking game am I gonna play?" And we just gave you games.
I have so many games.
Love
you
it.
have no idea.
Love it. Let's do some awkward encounters. Loser Central over here.
Seriously. I played a lot of Uno with my nieces and nephew when they were over.
Were they good?
Uno is a game of luck.
Oh.
I have to say. But yeah, they were great. Sorry.
Okay. That means you lost.
It does.
It's a game of luck, okay? I have an awkward dating story from when I was 26 and trying out Hinge. My first ever Hinge date was great, and the next day, another guy reached out on the app saying, "Look who it is, my Lansdowne crush." So Massachusetts, Boston.
That's a Boston thing?
Lansdowne Street. We had met years before at Lansdowne Pub, a bar in Boston. I thought to myself, well, my date last night with a stranger was great, so how bad could this one be with someone I actually met once before? We made plans that night to grab dinner. I didn't bother to look up where we were going and threw on what I thought was a safe outfit, jeans, booties, and a fitted black turtleneck sweater. Hot. She went dressed as Elizabeth from, what's her name?
Elizabeth Holmes?
Yeah. Thank you. The restaurant, quote unquote, she put in quotes, was actually more of a diner. L Street Diner to be exact. I know that diner. You sat, I mean, that's not really a date spot.
That's what she's,
Right. Thank you. You sat down at whatever two-top table you wanted and could either order directly from the counter or a less than enthused waiter would come take your order. Then let you know to pay at the front when you were done. She's really
gross.
I love
Disgusting.
I love what details people include.
Well, it's just funny to hear like the way that she's describing this versus how he would describe it. I took her to a restaurant.
Well,
Dinner on the first date.
What are you talking about? We already met before, so I figured dinner would be good.
Right.
Or it's also like I could glow this up. Like if it was good, I could figure out a way to tell this story.
Oh, totally. A cute little diner.
Yes, exactly.
So casual, because that's our style.
That's how we are. That's what we do. We actually love fries.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been to this diner. Is it like disgusting?
It's fucking disgusting.
Not sponsored by L Street Diner.
No. They're like, it's a diner that's like closes. Are they open 24 hours? Can we look that up? I don't think they are. It always annoyed. Maybe it is open. I think I've been drunk
might be banned.
knocking on their door. Closed at 10.
Okay.
Fuck off. You can't call yourself a diner.
You have to be open 24 hours?
At least past 2.
Okay. Love diners.
I do too, but New York is the only place for diners. New York and Connecticut, Southern Connecticut. You can't. That was always something I didn't like about the Boston area. Okay. Where was I?
Sat down at whatever top table you wanted in either.
I looked like an idiot in my semi-nice outfit, but whatever. I guess, yeah. Doesn't sound like whatever.
It sounds like a normal outfit you could wear anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think the L Street diner people
She
were
wore
like,
a gown.
Right. Oh, someone came for the coronation. Yeah, I don't think, okay. It only got worse from there. It hasn't been so bad. We had legitimately nothing in common, and every single thing that came out of his mouth, I knew would be ripped apart by my family and friends. After we finished our subpar pasta and 1 glass of wine, I was ready to get out of there. While he went to the front to pay for our meal, I looked at my watch, praying enough time had gone by so I could leave. 43 minutes had passed. I felt bad.
I think that's enough time.
Yeah, you did
43
the date.
minutes?
Yeah. I felt bad leaving, so I went back to his apartment. What? So I blew him. That took 15 minutes. We got to an hour and I was out. I
don't get how you go from praying enough time had gone by to going to someone's apartment.
Right. I would go to like, hey, let's go to another bar, I guess is the option. Or
if that, or just like leave. If you're done with the bar, then if you don't like the person, wouldn't you just go home?
Yeah. Hey, this was great. Nice to meet you. Good to see you. Goodbye.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. Went back to his apartment around the corner so I could burn another 30 minutes before calling an Uber. We get to his apartment and I ask for water. He says, of course, and goes into his cabinets to get some glasses. There is 1 pint glass in the entire cabinet. Is he at my house?
I was just about to say, I feel like all the stories with guys with like the absurd, scary apartments are all from Boston.
Right.
It's like a weird single guy decor situation going on in Boston.
So he went into the dishwasher and pulled out one of those cylindrical, I think. Cylindrical?
Yeah.
Man, I am an idiot.
Oh, you're
Cylindrical Tupperware containers you get from a restaurant if you had ordered soup to go. So like the pint of soup. He filled up both with the pint. He filled up both the pint glass and the container with water and handed me the Tupperware, taking the pint glass for himself.
Okay, this part is crazy.
A gentleman.
I'll give her that.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was shocked. And now without the use of my hand, since I couldn't even hold the container with one hand, she's sipping it. I walked around his apartment holding a literal bucket of water with 2 hands like a child and pretended to be interested in his apartment tour.
Oh my God.
He gave a tour of this shithole?
That's crazy.
Which of course consisted of his king-size bed on the floor. The tour also included his studio that supported his SoundCloud rapper side job.
Okay. Ambitious.
Okay, which of course just a walk-in closet with DJ equipment on top of the boxes and egg crates stapled to the walls.
Jared's like, is this my apartment?
Right,
What's going on?
I'm just imagining someone, and he gave me a cup from the Knicks game and kept talking about how he's on the celebrity screen, and then he brought me over. He's got a podcast set up, and
there's a picture of him on a charcuterie board. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. It's just paintings of him all over the walls.
That's just every apartment in Southie.
That's right. That's right. I'm the decorator. Needless to say.
Interiors by Jared Freed.
Yeah, we're going to put nothing on this wall. And we're going to put paintings of you on this wall. Here, we're going to set up your DJ booth. And over here, you're going to put your one glass. And here, your one fork. And over in the bathroom, you're going to, oh, no. We got to put, you got to take a shit on the ground and rub it into the ground.
That would be a really funny, like HGTV show. Like you come in.
Right.
Just design a frat apartment.
I could get listen, I got ideas. Needless to say, I never spoke to him again. Decided to write out the date I had the previous night, who is now my husband. Of course. This guy's getting trashed so that your husband can look like a good dude. I'm team DJ.
Okay. I didn't think he did anything wrong until the Tupperware thing is insane.
Yes.
Well,
let me read her sign off. Sincerely, chuck it in the fuck it bucket and move on. Okay. I like the sign.
The rhymer.
Well, yeah, I'm with you.
The container thing is absurd. And
yes,
you cannot be a grown person with an apartment and give someone water out of an old takeout container. That's insane.
Unapologetically,
yes,
you can't do that. You can't just hand it as if that's normal.
He didn't even give her the pint glass. And he like
right. I'd be the embarrassed one. A gentleman.
Right, a gentleman gives you.
Bowl.
I would give if it was for me. It was in my apartment. I only had one glass. I would give it to the guest.
Right. I mean, that is what you'd give to the dog to have some water.
Exactly. Yeah. Literally.
She should have just started doing it like a cat, like lapping it up with her tongue.
Like, is this how you drink from this?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's insane. Deal breaker for everything else. The diner, if you liked him and the conversation was good and he picked a diner or whatever, I don't think that part was bad.
I agree. I also don't like. I can see what this story comes from. This is the husband gets to sit there like he's some.
Right, I went on one date after you and it was horrendous, and I decided I didn't want to go on. I didn't want to have to deal with dating anymore, so we got married.
Ran back to you. And I'm sure your husband had a clean apartment. You know, what's the bar at that point? You drink some glasses.
But it's funny. I kind of feel like, sometimes when you're dating, it feels like you're like on a roll. Like, I had a good date. Let's go on another one.
Let's go back to the craps table.
Right?
Yeah. I feel that.
It sounds like that's kind of what she was trying to. She's like, I didn't even know that guy. Mm-hmm. This guy I've already met before. So like, I'm on a roll here.
Right.
Like, he's reaching out.
He reached out with like, look at my crush. So he's giving me. He pines for me, so to speak.
Agreed. There's always like some energy. I feel like it's either a drought or like there's things are happening. You ever have a week where you hear from like 6 different exes?
Yes. Yes. I mean, I am on drought city right now. The Sahara
But
Desert.
you're enjoying it, right?
I'm enjoying being alone.
Okay.
You're
like, but I would like the warmth of a warm body next to me.
Yeah, I guess like, again, this is fuck it season, December. I love December in the city.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well, wait till you get set up with the girl who writes in.
Right. These Mark Twains.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do another email.
All right. Let's do it.
I like this title.
Yes. Love it. All right. Hi, Jane. I'm a longtime listener and would love to hear your thoughts on this. I, 30 female, have been with my boyfriend, 34 male, for over a year and a half. We live together and talk often about how we work well as a couple, that it feels good, and that we're a good match.
Sexy. We talk often about how well we work. We work well as a couple.
Look at us.
We do well together. Look at this combo.
Right? And
you clean the dishes, I cook the food. Oh my God, we're doing it.
2 peas in a pod.
Man, this made me want to be alone again. Thank you. Thank you for writing.
Reminding you?
Yeah, for reminding me how horrific.
Not worth it.
Married or dating life is, yeah.
And we plan to be together for the long haul.
Oh, she makes it sound so sexy.
When I think
the long haul.
Oh, I mean,
okay.
It's a commitment. Okay, when we think about our future, I think about marriage, and he tells me he does too.
Okay.
I love him so much and just love being with him.
That got better at the end.
Can't wait for the but.
Yeah.
When we talk about marriage, he's not as eager as I am on the timeline on when to take that next step, and I understand why. He's divorced, finalized 2 years ago, only married for 3 years, and is still trying to untangle himself legally and financially from his ex.
Brutal.
He tells me he is hesitant to get tied up like that so quickly again because it went so poorly last time and he's still dealing with it. When I truly think about what I want right now, I don't really care about a wedding or even being legally married, but what I really want is the rings. I just want the ring.
I didn't see that coming.
Neither did I.
Yeah, I got. I like the honesty.
Say kids, something like that.
Right.
I just want the fucking diamond.
Right.
Okay.
I want that big fat rock. Give it to me now. I want the money.
All right. Well, the way she puts it is a little nice. I want to wear something that symbolizes to everyone that I am with an amazing person, and I want him to wear a ring to symbolize that he is taken too.
Oh, things changed. Okay.
But are those just promise rings? Am I a woman in my 30s looking for a promise ring? Is that super lame? I go ahead and push for these promise. If I go ahead and push for these promise rings, am I basically foregoing any real type of engagement or marriage? Even though it is not something I care about right now, I don't want to take them completely off the table for the future. One ring to rule them all.
I think both of these people need psychological help.
She just wants a big fat ass ring.
And I say that somewhat, I don't mean to sound
this guy seems a little scarred from his divorce.
That's right.
Clearly,
like she's like, it is funny that like she kind of blows over. Like, like
this is his baggage.
Right.
He has a lot of
and he's going through it. Like when he's like financially and legally, it's like no. Also like mind. Like he's fucked up.
It's like you get burned. I get that. It's like you realize how big of a commitment marriage is when it doesn't work out, and he probably cost him a lot of money to be totally honest.
Right. And also like, listen, I can speak from like breakups, ending things, and you don't just walk away the same person you were in that relationship after the fact. You're dealing with shit. You're dealing with like the idea of like, oh, that is such a mountain I just got down.
Right.
And I don't know if I can do that again. You're in fear of repeating the same mistakes and in fear of like, what does this next step hold? And it's not, and in fear of like all these things. So like, I think he needs some help, through that. And if he's not doing that, then what's that?
Get him some therapy.
Right. Like I got you something.
Yeah.
I'll take a ring. You take this.
I would start with that.
Coupon to, what is it called? Who sponsors us? Anybody? Better help. No, but and then for her reference of like, I want him wearing a ring too to show he's taken.
Right. That to me symbolizes she doesn't feel secure that he's fully in it.
Right. And it's almost like she's looking for something he has to untangle, much like the thing he had to untangle before. Like she's like, yeah, he's pretty fucked up from untangling that last relationship. How can I tangle him up again to make like I could understand where he'd be like.
She's also like, well, I have my own needs and I would like I'd like a symbol. I can understand where she's coming from, where she's like, I understand that you're going through this thing and I like feel bad for that, but I also like have my own desires and needs from this relationship, which are to like move forward and feel like I'm going to be I want some sort of commitment besides a boyfriend.
Right. I've heard this from older women that have a boyfriend. They just call themselves husband and wife. You're like they're on their like second marriage or whatever, and they just wear a ring. Like,
yeah, I can understand being like, why do we need to get the government involved?
Right.
I can understand like the thought process behind that. If that's what you choose, and maybe that's kind of where he was going with this. Like, hey, I like you. I don't really feel the need at this moment to like make it super impossible in case it doesn't work out. And that's not something you want to tell someone or something you want to hear. I definitely recommend couples therapy for this particular issue.
Well, they both have one thing in common, a lack of trust.
In each other.
Yeah. Like he doesn't trust that if it doesn't go well, that this will be
easy
to get out of.
Right.
And she doesn't trust that he would respect her with enough of a breakup if it ended, I guess. I don't know.
I think she wants to know that he's like
into this.
Committed. That he's not. She wants the safety of knowing that he's. I mean, she's 30. She's 34. 30. Oh, she's 30. He's 34.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she's like wants to know if this is heading towards a real. I think questions to ask him are like, do you feel like you need more time to like process this and work through it, or do you feel like you don't want to get married again? Because that's something that she probably doesn't want to ask in case she doesn't like the answer.
Well, it's funny. He's vague. He's like, I'm not ready right now.
Mm-hmm.
But see, she says he sees marriage in the future.
Okay.
That's pretty vague. I can understand why that would terrify her.
Right.
because she's like, when? And
Right,
he's
well,
like,
that's-
I don't know. So
Well,
it's
that's
like,
annoying,
well,
right.
then I think she needs to not be as vague as he's being.
I'd like to get married in the next couple years.
When I'm 32.
Sure. Yeah.
That's when I want to be married. I see myself at 32 being married. If she's 30 now. Like, I think saying it that way. Put it in I terms. They've
been together, or, we've been dating a year and a half. I would like to be married by the time we're dating 3 years.
Okay.
I'd like to be engaged by the time we're dating. After 3 years of dating someone, I expect to be engaged to them.
Right. That's solid shut.
Yeah.
I expect to be engaged when I'm 3 years in with anyone.
Yeah.
So I think she has to be okay saying that, because then he has to be okay going, I don't know for me. Mm-hmm. And maybe I need to work through things to get to knowing. Like, that would be where my brain, as someone who relates to him completely.
And it might be actually helpful for you to have where she's at specifically, like the 3-year thing. Like that's something that she needs by that timeline. Because then if you know you're not going to be hitting that, it's probably a helpful thing to let someone know.
Right. And that kind of gets you on the road. If it like I'm speaking for myself.
Right. I think the vagueness,
that would get me on the road towards therapy.
I agree. And I think the vagueness actually doesn't help either person. Like, I think it's much more empowering for both people to be specific.
Right.
Because people can work so much better with specifics. So I think this happens with women too, where they're like with a guy, they're not sure if he's going to propose. Like, he's kind of being wishy-washy about like the idea of getting engaged. And they don't want to like pressure it or put a timeline on it or think of it as like an ultimatum. But if you put it in your terms and you say what your expectations are,
right,
that makes the whole thing a lot clearer. Then you don't wind up dating someone for like 5 years and then thinking that they're going to propose to you when that's just not at all what they have planned.
Right. She's pawned off this conversation to a ring. Mm-hmm. Like,
and she's using that. right.
So like,
I don't even need to be engaged. I just want a ring. Right. No, you want to be engaged.
Right. You want to be fucking engaged.
Right.
Right. And you're going, it's just funny. It's like, just put this on.
Just don't think about it.
Yeah. Just throw this on so that no women will approach you. Believe me, no women are approaching him. I can speak for me. It's fine. Right. He doesn't have a podcast where he's asking for emails. You know, like it's so like I just like the ring seems like a Band-Aid on a flesh wound.
I agree. And I don't think there's anything wrong with her. She doesn't sound crazy or needy or insane to be like, I want to be engaged. I'm 30. I would like to know I'm like headed towards engagement in the relatively near future.
This is something that's been hacked from this podcast by other people who consider themselves relationship experts.
On TikTok?
On TikTok, on their own shows. They've gone on other shows. And please, if you see something we've said here on other shows that we've been saying for years, how about you message them?
Right.
I don't need the message. There's nothing I can do. Like, it frustrates me.
Yeah.
But like, we've been singing the song of say what you want and shut your fucking mouth.
We invented it.
The reveal.
Yes.
Right. We gave it a name.
Yes. You gave it a name.
Whatever. This podcast gave it a name.
Yeah.
And for me, this is a reveal moment. I want to be married. I see myself with the way you said it before.
Right.
I see myself.
Yeah. By the time I don't see myself dating someone for more than 3 years without being engaged.
Boom. Shut the fuck up. Then you.
Right. That's you and your standard. It has nothing to do with them.
No.
They can meet it or not.
Because she has a specific want that she's bringing with a vague ring.
Right.
And it's like, you're going to be fucking half coming. And that ain't fun.
Exactly.
I want full splooge.
Because if he gives it to her, I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't think, even if he was like, all right, yeah, buy a couple rings, I'll throw one on.
Right.
Like,
ooh, he takes it off, throws it at you, it's broken up.
Exactly.
That's not a promise.
That's not really what she wants. So it's okay to just say what you want. And again, you can say that while saying, by being sympathetic to his situation, which I agree probably was fairly traumatic, getting a divorce, being financially intertwined with someone, having to like undo that whole thing. I think but that's something that he should be working through if he wants to be with you.
Right. Well, that's where I would see, like, I'm like going through my brain. It's like, okay, I would like to be, if I was in his position, I would go, well, I don't know.
Right.
And then the next logical question is, well, what are you doing to get to knowing?
Right.
Then I'd be fucked. I'm just telling you. If I'm when I'm not an expert. I'm just saying what would I feel.
Yeah, well, let's
Fucked.
play this out. Okay, what are you doing to get to know? What would your answer be then?
Getting drunk with you, and that's it. Going out to dinners.
Right.
No, I'm fucked. I don't know. I should probably discuss this with someone.
Okay, well, I would say you should do that because for me, I want to have a sense that we're going to be moving towards engagement within the next 3 or 4 months.
Right.
So
tough convo.
Find yourself a therapist.
Right. I'm sweating from this conversation.
Right.
He's going to be fucked.
But the annoying thing is a lot of men will just kind of like ride out that clock then and hope they forget about it and then bring it up again.
Right. 3 months is better than 3 years.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm saying, but it's annoying because like a lot of the time I do feel like that's how these relationships go on for such a long time because neither person wants to just kind of like cut it loose because both people like being in the relationship.
It's comfy cozy. I get it. Yeah, listen.
But that's how these things like get dragged along.
Right. Well, you go, do I choose cuddling or solitude?
Right.
And, if he wants to cuddle, he's got to do the work.
Right. Yeah. Do I choose cuddling or solitude? And in her case, do I choose like relationship that's pretty good and might go somewhere eventually, or do I waste my prime years on this person?
Right. But also, she was upset enough to write into a podcast.
Right.
So
remember that.
To me, you're living in half coming territory.
Right.
You want to fully splooge. Let's play some games.
That's another breakup soundbite by Jared.
You want to fully splooge?
I want to free you up to fully splooge.
We'll hear Nick Viall say that in a couple weeks. This episode is sponsored by TheraBreath. I am a TheraBreath user. They sent us a bunch of stuff.
Loved it, yeah.
Love it. The TheraBreath mouthwash came directly into my routine.
It's a pre-date must-have.
Love it. Also, it's easy on your mouth. Have
you
noticed that?
It doesn't feel like you're just like gargling alcohol.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the toothpaste is clear. It feels like thought was put into TheraBreath's products. And it's not just, we're just giving you some toothpaste. No. We want good toothpaste. And I think that's the goal of us as a group of people, the people that listen to this podcast. I think you guys just want the answers. You just want the right thing. TheraBreath is right. I love it. We have a little insider secret for you, your pre-date checklist. It's TheraBreath. TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse gives you up to 12 hours of fresh breath, so you never have to feel nervous about getting close to your crush. TheraBreath has a variety of products that can even improve your gum health and help whiten your teeth. Make sure you head to TheraBreath.com to check out their wide range of mouth-saving products. Today we're playing a round of Red Flag or Deal Breaker Hygiene Edition. We must determine whether these hygiene dating moments are red flags, meaning you'll give the person another chance, or deal breaker, meaning you're out of there. Ready to play?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. They sit on your bed wearing their outside clothes. This is going to be divisive.
Very divisive. Here's the thing. I think anyone who asked me to not sit on their bed wearing outside clothes is not going to be a good in bed.
Good in bed.
Yes.
Whoa, I didn't see this coming.
It's too
right.
sanitized. I think like they're thinking about it. Like it just doesn't seem like they're spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like who is like, can you imagine trying to seduce someone and then like they're like,
no. No. Outside clothes. Outside.
Right?
Yeah.
I understand no shoes on the bed. That's
what are we,
that's
animals?
fine. Yeah. The no shoes. Totally. I think you're like, I mean, I guess the subway is, if you think about it, the subway is really disgusting.
I have laid on my bed and in my clothing, someone just went, ooh, and thought to myself, this is kind of gross.
Right.
I've had that thought. I don't act on it. I don't do anything about it.
There's so many disgusting things, though, that if you think about them throughout I read somewhere that the most germs on any surface, they tested all the surfaces in the city. Mm-hmm. The surface with the most germs was the door handle at Starbucks.
I lick that. That's the dirtiest?
Yes. The door handle at Starbucks.
Bad for you. You're a big Starbucks person.
So there's no hope for me anyway.
Right. And the thing is, I tend to think that the more you try to do something, the more it affects you.
Right. The more you think about it.
Right. Like
You're manifesting it, getting sick from this shit.
People ask me about my skincare routine. I let the suds drip down from my shampoo. I touch my face, and then it's done.
Do you know how much money I spend on skincare?
I
Just like
it's crazy to me.
so much money on spending skincare.
That's the thing. The stress of skin makes it.
Well, it's also you being a man. The skin
right.
is different.
I mean, I got one pint there. I think
Can't even
can't see it.
Yeah,
that's right.
to be a man.
So no, it is. If I went to sit on their bed and they went, no, I'm out. Deal breaker.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Yeah, if they like they would have to be done in a very hot way.
What's the hot way to tell you to get off? I guess if a man did it, is there a thought that like, wow, he is, taking care of himself? I don't know. It depends. He might be like too anal for me. I'm a disgusting. Yeah,
we might not get along.
Right. That is true. I don't know.
Although even as disgusting though, I'm still a lot more. I have a lot more rules about the bed than Mike does.
Do you?
Yes. No eating in bed.
Okay.
And
okay.
No feet anywhere near the pillows.
What if it's candy? Like, is there a certain type of food that'd be like if he took a sucker, a popsicle,
on occasion,
pre-bed popsicle?
No pop. That drips. That drips on the bedding. Absolutely.
You have a napkin wrapped around the bottom.
No popsicle.
Wow. A lot of rules.
If he's being very, very, very careful with certain foods,
like a little ice cream in a cup.
You have to get pre-approval. Generally speaking, I don't like food. I don't like the feet anywhere near the pillows. Other than that,
feet near the pillows.
Yeah.
What about taking the pillow and put it between his legs?
I have sensitive facial skin. I don't want anything going on my face. Dirt on my face.
Okay.
Acne prone. Okay. All right.
Try my shampoo.
Yeah, your
face
method.
wash.
Yeah, that would work out great for me. I'd look like 90 years old 2 weeks from now.
Jordana, what happened to you?
I tried Jared's facial method. I don't have any retinols.
Right. Let's do another.
Okay. He takes off his pillowcase to do laundry, and his pillows are yellow.
Well, if you're going to email for a date with me, you might
should know.
Pre-warned.
Your pillows are yellow?
I got some yellow pillows.
I've got some pillows that are losing their luster, for sure. How yellow are they, I guess, is the question.
It's like a riddle. That's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Candace just showed us a pillow. But I would have but there's a cover over that. That's my pillow? Oh, how'd you get a picture of my...
Like with the, I guess you wouldn't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people with yellowing pillows people just don't know about.
Because right now my bed is just full of like rando pillows.
From
like
various sponsors?
It's like I was picking them up off the street. I got no... I got no pillow uniformity. What's your favorite type of pillow?
A Tempur-Pedic.
What? I hate those.
You hate those?
Someone sent
me. I can't sleep if I don't have one.
Okay. Well, okay, so you like a memory foam pillow.
Yes, I like a memory foam pillow.
I think that's the worst pillow. Memory foam pillow?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Jorge, what's your pillow of choice? You don't know?
What?
No thought?
Oh my God, how low
You don't get
maintenance.
to the bed, right? You don't get to the bed and go, give me that pillow? You don't like at the buffet?
Really? You're never like, this pillow's too soft?
Candace?
Oh my, how many pillows do you sleep with?
You're with Jordana, a memory foam pillow?
Oh, so
Whoa,
soft.
that's different.
That's totally different. Oh, okay.
So you want soft and squishy?
Yeah, foam is like rock to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the foam is no good to me. Soft and squishy? In between. So you like soft, a medium pillow. Okay. Medium soft. Listen, I'm with you. I this is why I asked, because I like a long pillow that's sturdy.
So firm, like a
Firm.
like a memory foam.
No. That's not pillow to me.
Okay. What is that?
It's like bed to me.
Are you speaking English?
It's giving bed, as the kids would say. Okay. No, it's like, I want that under me, not under my arms.
Okay. I like a soft pillow between my legs.
A soft pillow between your legs? Yeah. Can your knees feel each other?
No. Like thick enough.
So that's more like Candace's pillow.
Medium pillow between my legs. What kind of pillow do you like?
Firm, a little bit squishy. I like them like my women.
A little bit squishy.
I like a squish.
Semi-soft.
Semi-soft. Long.
Okay.
I don't know. I've gone off the rails. No. What about lengthwise?
I don't think about it. Doesn't matter to me.
We are all on different pages. I can't believe I'm around you people.
As long as it fits your head, who cares how long it is?
No. I need it long.
Why?
I want to hug it like a human.
But not the one under your head?
And no, because I put them at an angle.
Oh, right. You make the weird pillow for it.
Weird, or what gets me to bed. I make a V with the pillows, and I want them on either side of me.
Okay.
But I want them long.
On either side of your body or your head?
It's my head. They meet at the middle.
Doesn't trap the heat? Your head under the
No, it's like I'm like in there a little bit.
Okay. This is very specific.
Yeah, I think this is truly pillow talk.
But so yellow. Yellow pillow.
If I saw a woman with a yellow pillow, it wouldn't affect me.
Okay.
I'd be like, you put the pillowcase over it.
Yeah.
I get it. And also, we don't just like go to the pillow shop every month. Like the idea
pillows
that
don't grow on trees.
No.
Yeah.
Unless you're a podcast host, you just get them sent to you.
They do for you. Yeah, I would say red flag-ish. I would be like, oh wow, you got to replace that pillow. But I wouldn't be.
I think every guy, or I'll speak.
I probably have my pillows. I would say some of them are probably getting a little older.
Send in pictures of your pillows because I'd be interested to see what the listeners are dealing with.
Right.
Because I think everyone has one pillow they could do without.
Yeah, that's time to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's a pillow on my bed that I'm like,
yeah, I think we can all think of that.
I gotta deal
pillow.
with you. It's like a family member. You're I can't believe I still fucking spend holidays.
But it's comfy, but it's like old. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Let's do one more. After meeting his friends for the first time, you ask why they call him the recycler. And he says it goes back to college when he didn't know he couldn't use condoms.
Reuse.
He didn't know he couldn't reuse condoms until he was 22.
Okay, that is insane. So
there's also like a cheapness associated with this. So you find out.
Or also maybe he like didn't really have sex with that many people until he was 22. Like maybe he was like.
Like just imagine this guy getting done with sex and then like whipping out his condom, like, oh, just gonna put this under the sink now, like an old towel.
Right. I have a feeling that like this maybe one time that he tried to do that he like or thought about or like suggested it as an option and he got made fun of for it forever. I can't imagine someone was actually reusing condoms.
Right. I think I'm with you. I hate to doubt the emailer.
Right. Probably said it one time. I mean, I think maybe his friends called him that. I think the story is true.
The story's true, but the idea that for years,
right,
he just had one, me and my condom. Like,
right. I think it was that he would like hypothetically thought that you could. I mean, I guess hypothetically you probably can reuse it. I don't think you should.
You're gonna have to ask your mom about that one.
Would it work? I don't know.
I wouldn't even. The idea you're taking the chance,
right,
is like. I don't know. I
definitely not the suggested.
Ladies, if you're emailing about a date with me, you're gonna get fresh condoms.
Super sanitary. You can keep your clothes on from the street though.
Right. Keep those clothes on. You're getting a new condom, lady.
Right, so you go. Your girl's
she reuses her tampon.
A girl's friend, tells her that she thinks you can reuse the condom. Oh. She thought that until she was 22, and her friends call her the recycler.
If she did that with a former. I guess I'd be okay with it.
I would need like more context. If the story was like he was having sex with many women before 22, reusing condoms, that would be like, I would think there was something else mentally going on with him. Yeah,
he's got it like hung up on the wall.
Right.
Or like grab old faithful.
Or extremely cheap, like you said.
Yeah.
But if it was like kind of, sometimes you say something stupid and then people just make fun of you for it for like 3 years.
That's like every college nickname. It's like you kind of play along because you're like, I did it once with a girlfriend. Exactly. We didn't have another option.
Right. And then someone got wind of the story and then that was like your...
Look who's here, the recycler.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be me. I'm that guy. Look who's here.
You're the person dubbing all the nicknames.
Waste management. I gave out a lot of nicknames.
Oh, that's great. All right. Thanks to our sponsor, TheraBreath. You deserve to go into cuffing season feeling confident, and TheraBreath is here to help. Pop in a TheraBreath lozenge for a dry mouth or simply swish with their alcohol-free mouthwash for 12 hours of fresh breath. Again, we love TheraBreath. I have their mouthwashes in every bathroom of my house because you really never know when you need to just have that fresh smelling breath.
There's a picture of a scientist on the bottle, so you know it's good.
So you know it's good.
Right?
Yeah.
I look at that guy every morning.
He knows what he's
Winking him.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. So we did it again. We solved
did it.
dating.
Head to TheraBreath.com for all your oral hygiene needs today. And yes, we solved dating. We'll be back on Sunday, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Boom.
The You Up podcast is produced by Jorge Morales-Pico, Sean Kilby, and Candice Maniga. Editing by Jorge Morales-Pico and Shannon Sassone. Social media by Candice Maniga. Guest booking by Ali Friedlander. Be sure to follow at u.up.podcast on Instagram and send us your emails to uup@betches.com.